So now that we have made our sprites, we need to work on our program. So the first thing obviously is to get the green flag. That's going to start our program. Then we want to tell our train sprite to go to the starting position, which is up there, right at the top of the train tracks. So we want to make sure at the start of the program it's always going to be exactly in the right spot we want. You can find out the right location by looking at the X and Y coordinates in the bottom right corner of the screen here. Okay, so we've got the X and Y coordinates sorted. Then we want to point at 90 degrees, so it's always going to be facing the right way when we press start. Then we're going to get the repeat button and we're going to get it to change X. So what that's going to do is it's going to slide the train gradually across the screen, as you can see here. So we're going to repeat 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 times so the train slides all the way across. Make sure you change X by -10. If you change it by 10, it will go in the opposite direction. So it looks like our train is working the way we want it. So it's now time for us to work on our sensors. Need a green flag again. Then we're going to select the wait until block. And we're going to wait until it is touching the sprites of the train. When touching mouse pointer, but we don't want mouse pointer, we want when touching. Let's have a look. We're going to edit it a little bit. When touching train. So when it's touching the train sprite, then it's going to do something. So the train sprite will come by along the line. It will come into contact with our first sensor, and then our first sensor is going to broadcast a message. And it'll broadcast this message called motor forward. It's going to broadcast this message to our level crossing. So we'll program our level crossing. It's going to wait until it receives the message motor forward. And when it receives the message motor forward, it's going to change costume so that it goes down to block any cars or people who want to cross the level crossing. Now we're not quite finished yet because you might remember we've got a second sensor. So I'm making a broadcast to go to the second sensor too. So when the train hits the second sensor will send a broadcast to the level crossing to go up. Now finally, I'm just going to make sure the second sensor is going to wait until the train comes. And when the train comes past, the second sensor will also send the message to the level crossing. So let's test it, and it looks like it's working great.